Dear children, welcome to today's class. Today we begin a new lesson, that is language of chemistry. In this lesson we learn about chemical reactions and chemical equations. Let us see a chemical reaction. A chemical change is known as a chemical reaction. You know that a chemical change is a change which takes place with the formation of a new substance. Moreover, in a chemical change, there is change in chemical composition. So, a chemical change is known as a chemical reaction. Elements and compounds that take part in a chemical reaction are called reactants. So, reactants are the substances that take part in a chemical reaction. The newly formed substances as a result of chemical reaction are called products. Elements and compounds that are formed as a result of chemical reaction are called products. So, products are the new substances formed as a result of the chemical reaction. We have an example here. Carbon and oxygen undergo a chemical reaction to form carbon dioxide. Here, carbon and oxygen are the reactants, and the new substance formed is carbon dioxide, which is known as the product. Now, let us study the conditions for a chemical reaction. When does a chemical reaction take place? There are many factors that control whether a chemical reaction will take place or not. The following conditions are a few of them. Let us study the first one, close contact. When molecules of reactants are kept away from each other, their atoms do not react. A chemical reaction takes place when the molecules of the reactants come close to each other. For example, sodium reacts with water vigorously when brought in contact even with the atmospheric moisture. If they are kept apart, they do not react at all. The next one is solution form. Some substances do not react even when they are placed in contact. They will react only when they are mixed in the form of solutions. A solution of a reactant in water is called its aqueous solution. You know what is a solution? Solute plus solvent gives solution. If the solvent is water, then we call it as an aqueous solution. A solution of a reactant in water is called its aqueous solution. For example, when sodium chloride and lead nitrate solids are placed in contact with each other, no reaction takes place. So, if you keep sodium chloride and lead nitrate solids together, or if you mix together, there will be no reaction. But these reactants react when they are in the form of solution. That means sodium chloride in sodium chloride as sodium chloride solution, and lead nitrate as lead nitrate solution. And under this condition, that means when these substances are in the solution form, that is sodium chloride solution and lead nitrate solution are mixed together, then they react to form lead chloride and sodium nitrate. So, certain reactions takes place only when the reactants are in the form of solution. Next one is heat. Some chemical reactions occur only when the reactants are heated. For example, iron and sulfur, they react together to form iron sulfide only when these substances are heated. So sulfur and iron do not react until sufficiently heated to produce iron sulfide. When you simply mix iron and sulfur, there will be no reaction. But when you heat this mixture, then iron combines with sulfur and forms iron sulfide. Next condition is light. Some reactions occur only in presence of light. Such reactions are known as photochemical reactions. Reactions that take place only in presence of light. These reactions are called photochemical reactions. A well-known photochemical reaction is photosynthesis. You know what is photosynthesis? It is a reaction in which plants prepare their own food using water, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll in presence of sunlight. So photosynthesis takes place only in presence of sunlight. Chlorophyll absorbs the energy of the sun. So this reaction takes place only in presence of light, therefore it is a photochemical reaction. Next one is electric current. There are some reactions which occur only in presence of electricity. Such reactions are known as electrochemical reactions. Example is electrolysis of water. Electrolysis is the process by which a compound is broken down into its constituent elements with the passage of electric current. So electrolysis of water means, you know the elements of water. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So water can be broken into its constituent elements hydrogen and oxygen by passing electric current through acidified water. That process is known as electrolysis. Electro means electric current, lysis means breaking. So we are breaking a compound with the help of electricity. That is called electrolysis. So electrolysis is an example of electrochemical reaction, means it takes place only in presence of electric current. The most important condition is pressure. Some reactions, especially between gaseous reactants, occur only at high pressure. For example, carbon dioxide reacts with water under high pressure to form carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is nothing but soda water. You are very familiar with that, no? Carbonic acid gives the sharp sour taste to aerated drinks. Aerated drinks means soft drinks. Therefore, aerated drinks taste better when the bottle is just opened. After some time, as the pressure releases, the carbon dioxide gas escapes out. The taste of the drink becomes flat, means tasteless, due to less or no carbon dioxide left in the drink. This is the reason why when you open the bottle of soft drinks or aerated drinks, you can hear a fizz sound. Therefore, we call these drinks as fizzy drinks. So, that sound is because of escaping of carbon dioxide gas. So, carbon dioxide under high pressure is made to react with water and form carbonic acid. So, the reaction takes place only in presence of pressure, high pressure. And another example is formation of ammonia. Ammonia is formed by the reaction between nitrogen and hydrogen. So, nitrogen and hydrogen under high pressure of 200 atmospheric pressure forms ammonia. The next one is catalyst. A catalyst is a substance that increase or decrease the speed of a chemical reaction. This catalyst does not undergo any change. A catalyst is a substance that increases or decreases the speed of a chemical reaction without undergoing any chemical change. A substance that affects the rate of a chemical reaction without participating in the reaction is known as a catalyst. There are two types of catalyst, positive catalyst and negative catalyst. Positive catalyst increases the speed of a chemical reaction, whereas negative catalyst decreases the speed of a chemical reaction. For example, nitrogen and hydrogen react to form ammonia in presence of a catalyst. That catalyst is iron. Nitrogen and hydrogen react to form ammonia in presence of iron as a catalyst. This reaction is a very important industrial reaction because for the manufacture of ammonia we use this reaction. Nitrogen and hydrogen react to form ammonia in presence of iron as a catalyst. Today we learn about chemical reactions and conditions for a chemical reaction. I hope you understood the topic. It's time to wind up the class. Thank you.